Hi, I'm Sur from the band Swami. A few days ago I was involved in a racially aggravated assault. The attack that took place was violent, it was aggressive, and it was entirely unprovoked. Since the attack, a few people have asked me a few questions and I've been asked to speak about this. So before I do, I'd like to make it clear that this is in no means any kind of publicity stunt or marketing or PR attempt at getting some free attention in relation to the release of the new album. I'm talking about this because a few people have asked me questions that I feel do need answering. So the first question was why, when I was being physically attacked, did I choose not to respond violently? People have asked me basically why I didn't fight back. The answer to this is very simple. I belong to a spiritual group where one of our main philosophies is to live a life of peace and non-violence. Now, I'm not trying to say that I'm able to observe or practice all of the guidelines that are set out, but this life of non-violence is one that I am able to adhere to. I find that I can control this side of myself, and I didn't feel it necessary to physically respond to the attacker, because fortunately for me, some good friends of mine were there who are English, who were completely disgusted by the behaviour of the attacker, and they ensured my safety. Secondly, the question that I was asked, what do I intend to do about racism, or do I want to stand up against racism, or do I stand up against racism? And the fact is that being a British-born Indian, living in England throughout my entire life, of course I have experienced racism from childhood. I can proudly say that those experiences have lessened and lessened the older I've got, and I would like to put that down to a belief that people and the world generally is becoming much more open-minded. People are becoming much more tolerant, and the fear and the hatred that we are told to have for one another, I think most people are able to see past that now. Obviously this isn't the case for everybody, hence the attack that took place a few days ago, but for the most part I think we are living in a society that is much more open and tolerant than it used to be. But yes, I have experienced racism, and yes, I do stand against it. But the tools that I use to fight racism are not my fists, they're not any type of violence or aggression. I tend to use the things that I'm good at. For example, my band Swami and I, the majority of our songs actually deal with issues such as this. Through our music, we express both the joy of our British upbringing and the love for our Indian heritage. So we will continue to do what it is that we do without any fear from the people who attack us. In my experience, I found that the psychology of the racist person, of the intolerant mind, they are fearful. They are afraid that we're going to continue to prosper, we're going to continue to be successful, so they try to put a stop to that. They try to insert their fear into us. And my response to attacks like this is to not be afraid. It's to continue to exist here successfully, to continue to make music, to continue to be here in the face of these people and let them see that I have every right to be here, just like everybody else. So I would like to encourage anybody who's ever been in a situation like this, anybody who has ever been a victim of any kind of intolerance, any kind of racism or prejudice, not to allow your attacker to put their fear into you. I'd like to encourage you to keep on doing what you do and put all of your love and all of your energy into what you do, so that the rest of the world can enjoy it too. There are a few minds out there, there are a few people out there who can't take it, but they should not dictate the way that we live our lives. And I wholeheartedly encourage everyone to realise that we are part of the all and not to be afraid. Keep on doing what you do and do it with love. Thank you for listening.